Hey guys, what is up and welcome to my channel. It's a Hardback Life. Now, you obviously saw my previous TBR video, but I am here to give you another one, but this is a TBR video that is based off of a readathon, which is the Reading Rush that is hosted by Ariel Bissett and Raylene. Now this is a readathon that takes place within 7 days, and you're given a bunch of challenges, and you have to complete those challenges by reading all those books that fall into those challenges. Now you can double dip, like say your book fits a certain color that the book has to be, which is a challenge, and then it has a certain topic that's about. You can double dip, so that way you're not reading 7 books. But me, like an idiot, I chose to read 7 books because this is my first reading rush. Because I'm technically still a new booktuber, and I wanted to see how well I would do. Fingers crossed that I finished all 7. Fingers crossed. Let me just go over those challenges with you. First one is to read a book with your birthstone. So I'm a January baby, and so my birthstone is garnet, which is like a deep red. It's not just, and there's actually different stones of garnet. They're different colors, but the main one is a deep red color. And I'll even probably have a link down to the color chart if you're not sure what birthstone you are, because they provide that for you. Even also on the website, I'll link down the website to the Reading Rush to get all the info for that. The second challenge is read a book with the word "the" in the title. And the third challenge is read a book for a movie adaptation you've already seen. Fourth one is read the first book you touch. Fifth one is read a book outside, completely outside your house. Sixth one is read a book from a genre you don't normally read from, or that you've always wanted to get into. And then the seventh one is read a book set in a different continent than the one you're living in. And I will go ahead and give you those books right now. I'll show you what I'm reading. So first of all, actually, before we jump into the official TBR for that, I'm going to show you what I'm currently reading, and I need to get my butt in gear for. I'm currently reading The Vanishing Half by Britt Bennett. It's so good, you guys. This is about twin sisters who grew up in a African American community, in southern African American community, in a town called Mallard, and they run away when they're 16. And one of the sisters, when they get older, comes back to Mallard, and the other one is secretly passing for white. And it just goes back and forth in their lives, past and present, and just their lives basically are catching up with them. And it's not just them; it takes place within different generations. Like you have their mom, and you have their daughters in the story as well, and of course them. So it's really good. I recommend picking it up. Alright. Now to begin with showing you the books from the challenge. So my first book was read a book with your birthstone. Like I said before, I am a January baby. So, and so my birthstone is garnet, which is like a deep red. And so for that, I chose the first book in the Court of Thorns and Roses trilogy, also known as ACOTAR, by Sarah J. Maas. Now, I actually just bought this book, like, well, the whole trilogy, like a few weeks ago, because I've been wanting to give this trilogy a shot. I've only read Throne of Glass, the first book, by Sarah J. Maas in that series, but I wanted to get these and read these first, like all the way through, because it's only a trilogy, plus there's a novella. So, and these are obviously probably gonna be a faster read. Anyway, yes, so that's my first one of the challenge. Second challenge was read a book with the word the. Now, I have a lot of books that fit under this challenge, so I had to uh, choose wisely, or well, just choose. And I decided to read The Fifth Wave by Rick Yancey. Um, Now, this book has been sitting on my shelf for a long time, unread. Well, I technically started to read it, but I never finished it, so I'm going to finish this series. So this will be the first start. So, a book with the word The Fifth Wave. Third challenge is to read a book from a movie adaptation that you've already seen, which is weird because usually you'd want to read the book first and then watch the movie. But I actually did this. I actually watched the movie first. Well, okay, that's a lie. I started reading the book and then the movie came out before I finished it. So I decided to watch the movie instead. And I absolutely love the movie. And for that, I chose. Why did I put it all the way at the bottom? I chose Simon versus the Homo Sapien Agenda by Becky Albertalli. There's only like 280 something pages, so I figure I can get that done probably within a day and a half or less, depending on if I'm working those 2 days. So yeah. The next one is to read the first book you touch. Now, you guys, I have a handful of books here. I have Circe, Atlantia by Ali Condi, Everything by Nicola Yoon. Oh, Circe is by Madeline Miller, by the way. The Young Elites by Marie Lu. Royal Bastards by Andrew Schwartz. And Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to close my eyes. And I'm just going to do like a small little eeny, meeny, miny, mo. And just randomly pick one. And then I'll reveal that to you guys really quickly here. So, I'm going to do that real quick. So. Okay. The book I chose is Everything by Nicola Yoon. I've actually started this book in the past and never finished it, but I've actually seen the movie and I loved the film. So that's also going to be part of my TBR for the Reading Rush. And then the next challenge, read a book completely outside of your house. Now this one's going to be a challenge for a lot of people. Because, yeah, obviously with the restrictions of, like, where you can be reading. So, like, they made it, like, easier. Like, if you can't read outside, just, like, use a background on your computer, which has an outdoors, doorsy like scenery or something along those lines. But if you can, read in your backyard, read in your front yard, read in your car, because that's outside your house technically, or whatever. Yeah. But I chose The Alchemist by Paulo Coelho. This is a short read, so I'm actually kind of excited for that. And then next one is read a book from a genre you don't normally read from that you want to get into. And there's two books I could have chosen from. Actually, there's a lot. But I chose Recursion by Blake Crouch. This is a sci-fi thriller. I don't normally read a lot of sci-fi thriller. I did last month for the first time ever in my life. I read Dark Matter by Blake Crouch and I loved it. So I decided to pick up Recursion about a month ago. And now I have the chance to read it. So this is going to be part of my TBR for the Reading Rush. And the final one is read a book set in a different continent than the one you live in. And I chose Anthony Doerr's All the Light We Cannot See. This one, you guys, has about 530 pages, so I don't think I'm going to finish this one. If I do, within the 7 days, I'll be shook. But here's hoping. So yeah, anyways, this is my TBR for the Reading Rush. I'm really excited. Anyway, I hope to catch you guys later. See you soon. Bye.